And then... It wasn't a residential ward in the lower tiers. Nor was it infinitely crowded street. Nor was it an upper-tier staircase park. It was the city's upper tier, the aristocrat's castle, the upper-tier aristocrat ward, and the highest part of it, and what was probably the peak of the city. That which exists in the ruins of the abandoned Capitol building. At present, it was merely rubble. There was no golden spiral staircase there. What should have existed there did not. A single woman's shadow amongst the rubble, a flickering, standing form which bore a certain resemblance to an old friend the cracking dock had lost. The man fooled by creature Wendigo, the female silhouetted, resembled that man. She stood as if flickering. One witch showed herself. She was a witch of death. She was an empress of green. She was one of the stolen ones who remained in the city. The witch smiled and whispered to someone. To one of the 41 unseen? Or... Balaam's back?
待っていてね。生贄の子羊。今行きますから。この私があなたのところへ。愛してあげますよ。私のすべてで。ギー。
Well, shit! I knew that one was going to be long. Which means there's now only 3 chapters left. The end.
それは私にとって何の意味もなさない。こうしてある今がすべて。喜びも悲しみも今だけのもの。大空と太陽とは今だけのもの。かつて失ったものに執着するなんて無駄。私は今を生きる。私は前にはすでに裏切られている。10年前に何があったのか。10年前に私たちは何を失っていたのか。知る必要はない。そう願うことにもやはり意味はない。すがる必要などないのに、目の前にあるものを受け入れるだけで私たちはきっと幸せになれるのに。人々はそれでもすがる。前を避けながら焦がれて。ひどく滑稽な道化芝居。けれど自分が舞台にいることに気づかず、人々は私の見つめる中で踊り続けている。愛おしい都市の人々。こんなにも愚かで賠償でけなげに。あなたたちは振り返り続けるといい。私だけは振り返らない。都市に生きるあなたたちの知らないことを、都市に生きるあなたたちの望んでいるものを、私だけは知っている。だからこそ私は言う。長きにわたる拘束を解かれて少年の許しを得て自由の身となった私は、肺炎に濁る空気を吸い込みながら叫ぶ。過去の記憶、そんなものに意味はないと。過去の記憶、解き放たれることこそに意味があると。それが生きるために必要なこと。この年で少なくともこの私にとっては。
Chapter 10, The Flower on the Day It Bloomed Proudly. Oh, I can actually narrate now? Cool. I can hear sounds, the morning twittering and the city's birds, and the sound of someone moving around. Damn people trying to take my jobs! A rather familiar mixture of sounds. The sounds of Kia preparing breakfast and coffee, and the twittering of birds with warped beaks. A quiet morning in the 7th tier residential district. It was around the time more monorails were activated to feed the morning rush hour. Noise reached him, a mixture of two familiar sounds. He opened his eyes. Light was already pouring into his room. It felt like morning. He could clearly recognize Kia's footsteps moving between the kitchen and the living room. He no longer saw it as strange. The girl's presence had changed the morning scenery. He felt no need to raise his guard. The sound of people living, sounds that used to have nothing to do with Guy. He'd become used to hearing them. He thought about that as he got out of bed. Then, he felt a little heat lingering on the sheets. Trace of the black cat. She must have only slept there for a little while before leaving. There was only one presence in the apartment. No sounds reached him except for Kia's. Is she still in standby mode? Mornings were the only time she could spend with Kia. Ruaha valued them more than anything. Guy understood that. He let Ruaha stay at this apartment because Kia told him to. There had been no other reason. Something had happened while he was off, facing against the creature Bandersnatch, and neither of them spoke of it. However, there had been slight finger marks on his neck. Guy didn't speak of that either.
妙だな。昨日以上なら森本に相談するか。合成食材エンジンの大量受注は終わったはず。またシリングを持っていかれるな。
There were plenty in his pocket. A slight depreciation wouldn't cause any problems. He never held shillings or assets for long anyway. When using them for something, they disappeared quickly. He was never stingy with his money, especially when using it for someone else's benefit.
まずは右目で見ておくか。
Not just Ruaha, but Kia too. Sounds, and a fragrance reaches my nostrils. The usual morning fragrance, synthetic bacon cooked in rationed cooking oil. Likewise, the usual sounds, synthetic eggs and vegetables roasted in a skillet. If his appetite had been operating normally, he'd probably been secreting saliva. Unfortunately for Kia, he wasn't. The same sounds and smells as always. He was somewhat relieved. Had he been feeling tense? Guy was aware of how ridiculous that was. Just before he opened the door to the living room, he looked down at his right hand. It's not shaking. The strain from yesterday's haul is gone. He activated his right eye and looked at it. It was normal. There was just some muscle fatigue.
問題はない。
おはようギー。今日もとっても気持ちの良い朝ね。ちょっと早くに起きてしまったから、お部屋のお掃除もしておいたの。あ、安心してね。朝食はもう準備できているから。
The same as usual. Kia showed Guy her smile. The girl said good morning to him with a smile. For the past 10 years, he'd never heard those words from anyone but the black cat. But now he was used to them. They came out of those small lips every morning for Guy.
変わらないな。異常はない。
Yes, unchanged. Kia wasn't acting any different from usual. Although his panel of cracking light wasn't active at the moment, he could still see her with his right eye. Nothing had changed. Nothing should have. His eye wasn't locating any abnormalities. when it came to homeostasis mechanisms, internal organ functionality, or physical build. That eye could sense any condition. That eye could even recognize emotional wavering, though minute changes in body temperature. He didn't recognize any abnormalities in Kia the same morning as usual. This girl's physiology was no different, not at all, entirely the same. So why? In that case, what happened last night, just past 2 a.m., in the shower with Hollow?
キーどうしたの？ぼーっとしてしまって。キー変な顔してるわ。
You know how much of a pain in the ass it's gonna be to go through that and get that like 1 second fucking like frame that I gotta censor right there? God damn it. Her voice was no different from usual. It had a soft ring to it. She tilted her head worriedly. Kia was peering into his expression. She resembled Atty a little. He was pretty sure this had happened yesterday morning. Atty had softly peered down at him.
いや、なんでもないよ。
本当？もしかして風邪とか？
そのくらいならクラックで直せるさ。大丈夫。僕はなんともないよ。
そう？それなら良いのだけど。朝食はいつもより多いですから。昨日のシチューの残りもあるし、今朝の卵はお芋と一緒に炒めてみたの。せめて一口ずつは食べてください。
ああ、全処するよ。
Nothing's changed. Nothing. However, what happened last night couldn't have been an illusion. He needed to find out what caused it. It could have been the influence of an unknown creature. As he thought that, he sat down on the sofa, his vision fixated on the stairs to the second floor. The closed door to the second floor room. The guest room converted into Kia's bedroom. In the place where the steel girl should have been, he felt no presence. That was only natural if she was in standby mode. But
キア、
はい。
今朝はルアハの姿が見えないようだね。まだ待機状態。寝ているのかな？
ええ。いいえ。
外出？
そう。だけど違うの。言ってしまったから。
her expression changed. Normally, her morning expression felt bright to him, but now it was clearly different. He knew this expression. Was she trying not to cry? There was no tears in her eyes. Kia's expression had definitely changed. However, she immediately covered it up with a forced smile.
ルアハは出て行ってしまったの。行くところがあるからって。
行くところ？
見つかったんだと思う。あの人の行こうとしている場所が書き置きがあったの。テーブルに。ギーも前に置いてくれていたわね。ここのテーブルに。
I remember that. I made a promise in that note. Promise I couldn't keep.
お世話になりましたって。ギーにね、使用したエンジンエネルギー代金はいつかお返ししますって。キーヤには一言だけ心配しないでって。